I'm Matt Towery for InsiderAdvantage, the Southern Political Report, and our internet news agency, which covers the entire country now. And with me is Tom Baxter, one of the most significant writers in the country, actually named by the Washington Post as one of the top political writers in the country just recently. He is, of course, editor of our Southern Political Report. All right, here are our newest InsiderAdvantage survey numbers of the Republican primary in Florida conducted just last night. That would be Thursday evening. A sample of 420 registered voters likely to vote or who have already voted in the Republican primary. Remember that early voting percentage is very high. We have an absolute dead heat race down to the points. Listen to this. John McCain, 23.3% of the vote. Mitt Romney, 23.2% of the vote. Giuliani's at 16%, Huckabee at 13%, Paul at 7%, other, which would include Fred Thompson, at 8%, and 10% of those who were surveyed said they are still undecided. Tom, what do you think?
Well, history always comes down to a close vote in a Florida election, it seems, in politics these days. This one is extremely close, and yet it could prove to be very decisive. Just to which one of those two gets a few more percentage points could be crucial.
Well, the winner after this, you have Super Tuesday just a week away, and you have states such as California that are huge in terms of their impact. McCain is leading right now in California, but my guess is that if Romney wins Florida, that begins to evaporate because the money begins to evaporate. I mean, the Republican establishment, believe me, we know this establishment. We've worked, I know it, I've worked with it. They are rushing down to Florida in massive numbers because they know that John McCain is not one of them. And I'm seeing that beginning to develop in terms of what you're hearing from people who are pundits to political analysts to virtually everyone involved. There's this huge battle for the control of the Republican Party.
And, you know, money will still matter after the Florida primary, but won't matter quite as much in the sense that Romney's had a tremendous advantage in how much advertising he can put up on television. For that Super Tuesday, there's no candidate who can really cover the field in terms of advertising.
But Mitt Romney, if he wins, you know that then the coffers begin to fill up again.
That's
He's
right.
put a lot of his own money in the campaign. He's got that reserve to put his own money in other campaigns.
And for the first time, he can actually try to make the claim that he's for real.
Right, because he finally wins one.
Yeah.
If he wins it. If he doesn't win it, the Republican establishment is set back on its heels. John McCain, believe me, is not viewed by many people in Washington, D.C. as being part of their establishment, their world. Regardless of what he said in the debate last night, there are many a senator on the floor of the U.S. Senate who's a Republican who's had a run-in with John McCain. And that's a reputation that you are well aware of, correct?
Yes, indeed.
So, as we sit here right now, we go into the weekend, we will be polling every single day. We'll continue to give you releases. These numbers will be sent out later in the day in a press release form to newspapers and organizations around the country. InsiderAdvantage will watch this very closely. We are known for being very accurate in Florida. We poll for such entities as the Florida Chamber of Commerce. We know Florida well. We'll keep watching it for you. I'm Matt Towery for InsiderAdvantage, the Southern Political Report, and the Internet News Agency. Thank you for watching this special broadcast.